Hi and welcome to this beginner acoustic guitar lesson where I'm going to be teaching you how to play the song High and Dry by Radiohead off the album The Bends. This is fairly easy. This song doesn't involve really any bar chords, it's all kind of open chord shapes. There is a few different interesting chord shapes that if you're a beginner you've maybe not come across yet. So I'm going to break them down bit by bit as well, and there's a cool little sort of basic riff section. It's repeated a few times through the song, which is also cool, wee interesting concept as well. So I'm just going to start from the intro. So the intro sounds like this. So we're starting off, we're using this idea with the octaves. And what we're going to be doing is we're playing a G sharp note. It's a G sharp octave, two G sharps. So we've got 11th fret on the A string. Pinky's going to play the G string at the 13th fret, and we're going to have the high E string open throughout. We want the high E string to be ringing throughout this whole riff. So we're going to start on an offbeat. So the strumming pattern is going to be up, down. And then what we're going to do after that is we're sliding down this octave shape 2 frets. So our index finger is now on the 9th fret of the A and Pinky's on the G at the 11th. And our high E string's still ringing out, obviously. So we have this so far. We've got a similar strumming pattern once we hit that, so up, down, sorry. And then we come back to the G sharp octave. And we repeat the same type of idea, but instead of sliding down 2 frets to the 9th fret, we actually slide down 4 frets. So our index finger will now be on the 7th fret and Pinky on the 9th fret of the G. So far we have this slowly. Now what we do is once we hit that E note, what we want to do is we want to keep playing it, strumming it up till the end of the bar, but then we have an extra bar of E. And I think the way you could play that is you could hold this E octave down with a high open string as well. Or you can just, I prefer to come to the high E open chord. I just think because you're including more of the strings, if you're just playing with one guitar, particularly an acoustic, it just sounds a little bit more full. So that altogether would sound like this. What we can do from time to time, when we hit the E chord, this applies for the verse progression as well, which I'll get onto in a minute. We can play this little fill, which sounds like this. So what we're doing there is I think this is like an F sharp minor 11 chord. I might be wrong, but last time I checked, I think that was the proper name for it. So for this chord shape, what we're going to have is G string on the 2nd fret played by the index finger. The ring finger is going to come over to the A string on the 4th fret. Pinky's going to play D string at the 4th fret, and then the B and the high E strings are played open. So if we were to play that in context with the riff that I just taught you there. So that comes in on beat 4 of the bar. So we've got 4 E and a 1, 2, a 3. Cool. So that's the intro section. Now I'm going to go through the verse and the chorus chords as well. It's the same type of progression for each thing. There's just some little varieties that happen from time to time. So we're starting off with the F sharp minor 11 chord that I just shown you there. So again, we've got 4th fret A, 4th fret D, index finger on the G at the 2nd fret, B string and high E string are open. So we have going to a standard A major open chord. So if you don't know that chord shape, we have an open A, 2nd fret D, 2nd fret G, and 2nd fret B with the high E open. And then we come to an open E chord. Then we're done. in the intro, and then we have the same type of idea with the F sharp minor chord moving back to the E. So I'll just play that through a couple of times for you. So the best thing to do with that chord is the F sharp minor 11 is played for a bar. Yeah, the F sharp minor chord and the A major chord are both played for a bar each, but the E major chord, the open one, is played for 2 bars. And it's the end of the first bar you want to throw in that fill with the F sharp chord. The second time through, before coming back to the start of the progression, you want to be playing just the E minor chord up till the end of that bar. Now, another little variation thing I was wanting to throw in here that you can do just to maybe spice things up a bit is instead of using just your normal A major chord, there's a chord shape here which you can use. But what I'm doing is basically playing, I've got my index finger on the 5th fret of the B, middle finger on the 6th fret of the G, 7th fret D being played by the ring finger, and our A string is open. I'm also bringing the thumb over slightly just to mute the low E string there as well. And what we're doing is we're playing that but with the high E string open, but then we can chop and change between having the high E string open with this chord and having our pinky on the B string at the high E string at the 7th fret. It's a B note that you're at. So that would sound like this. Cool. Now, for the rest of the song, basically it's the same chord progression that's being used throughout the whole song from that point on. After the first verse, after the first chorus even, the riff does return. So we have... Then it goes back to the verse, but like in the intro we had the riff that played twice through. In this part, however, after the first chorus, before the second verse, it's only played the once through before going back to the verse chords. Chorus chords are the exact same as well as what I've just shown you there as well. And for the solo accompaniment, again, it's the same. So it's a really easy song because it's the same chord progression throughout the whole thing pretty much. So that brings us to the end of the lesson. I hope you managed to learn something useful from that. Thanks again for watching.